welcome. This is Oldmanpoole. Dominaria has finally come to Magic Arena, so I'm gonna run through one of those today. I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get a chance to try it last week, but I've been told that that was because they were still figuring out pick orders for the AI, so hopefully everything's in line here. Let's jump right in. Ooh, okay, well I'm happy right off the bat. We've got Josu Vess, which is probably just the pickup. This is a pretty solid 4/5 for 4 that has the upside of just being like a card that straight up wins you the game if the game goes really long. Cast down I think is reasonable. I don't think there's anything else here that's really remarkably close. It's a little bit unfortunate we're passing a good black card, but we're just going to take Josu Vess and be okay with that. Ooh, okay, and here we've got a Spore Crown Thallid and a Thallid Soothsayer. Wild Onslaught is good in the Thallid's deck, so that's kind of 3 payoffs altogether. I'm not in love with the white. I think that Dave is just what we want. I could see taking the Soothsayer, because it is on color, but if we do end up in like the green-black deck, the Spore Crown Thallid is just really by far fantastic. Yeah, I think we're just going to take Dave here. Now, before we go any farther, I just want to say thank you to everyone that subscribed and all the support I've gotten over the last couple of weeks. I really feel like you guys have taken me to the next level, so thanks for liking, for commenting, for subscribing. If you haven't, definitely subscribe. I put out new videos every Tuesday and Saturday, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the community and just in the comments below, so thanks a lot. You guys are truly the best. You make this all worthwhile. Alright, so I think we're just going to take Deathbloom Thallid and try and muscle our way into Saprolings here. Lingering Phantom's fine, but it's really a card, like, this is good in historic sort of flavored decks, and I think we could get there, I guess, with Josu Vess. I guess that's true. Maybe should give Lingering Phantom a little bit more of a look. I feel like this card often wheels, though, and if they have based their pick order for Arena off of Magic Online, I think that Lingering Phantom's likely to come back around. I'm going to take the Thallid. I could see taking the Phantom and trying to go in a different direction, but I also haven't really been able to put together the black-green deck, and I would like to. Probably take Woodland Cemetery here. Perfectly fine. In theory could help us splash something, but just kind of fixes our mana a little bit in general. I like Garnet the Bloodflame, although I'm not sure I'm going to take it speculatively here. Pierce the Sky's fine. And it's possible there's another player kind of in on black-green. So, what do we take here? I mean, like, Cabal Paladin and Feral Abomination are both fairly bad. There's not tons here that's exciting. I guess we could just take Fiery Intervention as, like, a reasonable removal spell. Yeah, I guess so. Not really what we're hoping for at this point. Nothing here looks particularly good either, though. I guess we could take Bloodstone Goblin as just the best kind of our red, or I guess of our colors that we've taken. Don't like Blessing of or Belzenlock very much. Not looking fantastic here. Well, here's actually some kind of late red. There's also some green. We could end up being black-red. I don't actually love red in this format outside of red-blue, because it really encourages aggression. But the Gitu Chronicler I think is just miles better than either of the green cards. Alright. Okay, Goblin War Chief isn't really a card. Guess I'll take Fervent Strike. And Krosan Druid or the Warcaller. Do we want to keep a toe in green? Warcaller's pretty unexciting. It's possible we end up on like sort of a beatdown strategy, although that is, I guess Josu Vess is pretty fine beatdown too, although it's best if you do have the chance of the game going really long. I'm not in love with Krosan Druid though. I guess well, I don't know. Warcaller I'm also not a huge fan of. Which are we more likely to want? I think I'm actually gonna take the Druid. I could see that going the other way. And it's possible the Saprolings deck just is not going to come together, but I really do like it with the Spore Crown Thallid and Deathbloom Thallid. Run amok's fine. Man, I really don't know which direction to shift to here. I guess we'll have to decide kind of at the beginning of this next pack. guess we're gonna take Run Amok over Pierce the Sky. Okay, I mean, I guess we'll take a Nature Spiral. And we gotta Pierce the Sky. And neither of these are really playable, neither's that. Oh, no, we have to do it, guys. There's a Fungal Plots. No. Oh, man. Our green just does not feel super open, but here's our black, honestly. Maybe we're green-red? Well, I'm going to take Fungal Plots. I've been wanting to play with this card for so long, and I guess we're kind of in that deck. Kind of. Yeah, Fungal Plots. Okay. Now, Sapperling Migration, that's another good payoff card. Yeah, I think we're just going to take that. There's a Chronicler, like a Cyclops, not tons else that we'd pick up. Okay, we're getting there now. So we actually have Holler the Fire Fletcher if we did want to go just green-red here. What are we excited about in red? Really just the Chronicler, and I guess Intervention's fine. Black's felt pretty heavily cut, although we do have a pretty good black payoff card. Ooh, so we have a Holler the Flame Fletcher here if we want to end up going into red-green. I'm not sure how excited we are about our red. I like the G2 Chronicler. I like the Fire Intervention. Bloodstone Goblin can be good. I guess it kind of fits into the kicker theme. But I feel like that card and Run Amok are really only great for being crazy aggressive. I really don't love aggressive decks in this format. So I guess the question is, do we take Holler, which is fine, or do we take a Sap Herd, which is just kind of on color and fits the Sapperling strategies? I think I might just take the Sap Herd. Fire Fletcher is good, but I think that I'm kind of tied on black and red here, and even though red has seemed more open, Josu Vess is just high power, and the Thalad's pretty good. So maybe we can just kind of lean on green going forward. Okay, there's some stuff here for sure. Marwyn the Nurturer isn't really a card, but Untamed Kavu and the Sap Herd are here. I think I'm going to take the Kavu. Sap Herd is good. We only have one great payoff right now. I guess Fungal Plots kind of rewards Sapperling specifically. All this is just good with any like heavy creature deck. And Untamed Kavu as a 5/5 Vigilance Trample for 5 is that's like almost a Vorapede. That's pretty good. Well, I don't know. So black has seemed basically just not open at all. Primordial Worm is fine. I like Keldon Raider. I like Fire Fist Adept. We have, I think, just the one wizard right now. This does just kind of snipe some random stuff, though, which is not bad. Honestly, not completely sure here. Man, I'm so sad to give up on black, but maybe that is just the way this draft is going. Keldon Raider or the Adept. I'm a sucker for discard draw, but this is potentially a 2-for-1. And maybe I'll just take the Adept. It's a little bit less difficult on our colors, which is nice. Ooh, wow, that's a huge payoff this late. Spore Crown Thalad is just fantastic. Well, Onslaught's pretty good too. I think that the Thalad's just better. Baloth Gorger I'd definitely play. There's some good cards there. And not really anything here. I guess I'll take Radiant Lightning as a sideboard option against other Sapperling decks. Arbor Armament's fine, but not exciting. Gift of Growth. Don't love it. It's possible to be a little bit short on playables, though. Okay, I like Broken Bond. I also like Grow from the Ashes and the Chronicler. Kind of want a couple of copies of all of those. Grow from the Ashes, I guess, lets us splash for Josu Vess, although we need triple black to get the kicker going. Pretty tough, even if we're like predominantly black-red. Maybe I'll take Grow from the Ashes, though. It seems sweet. I guess first Eruption's a fine sideboard card. Rampaging Cyclops is okay, but this card's just kind of underperformed for me. It feels like it's just gonna be bad against our deck, though. Or like good against our deck. It's good against the Sapperlings, just when you want it. I guess I'll take the Cyclops. Well, Holler came around. And Krosavus, other cards, other cards. Ooh, well, there's a big payoff for being high on our green. I do like Llanowar Elves. Holler's probably going to wheel if the last one did. Although we actually don't have a whole lot of cards for it. It is just a 3/3 for 3/3 trample for 3, which is fine. But yeah, let's take Steel Leaf Champion. We're going to be light on removal, I think, is our worst spot here. Although there's an Eviscerate. Yeah, I think we'll just take that. We're... Can't have the Splash Off Grow from the Ashes already. Nothing else here is very exciting. Broken Bond's good. Another Rona. Are we just going to take the random sideboard card at this point? Or do we want Keldon Raider? Maybe we want Keldon Raider. It's nice. It's kind of an anti-flood card in the late game. Alright. Broken Bond will probably wheel, probably. Okay, we're going to take Llanowar Elves here, not look back. We are definitely light on removal, so maybe Goblin Barrage should be the pickup. But the chance of us just going like turn 1 Llanowar into turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion, like that's some constructed level stuff there. I think we just gotta take the Elves. Nothing here. How many playables are we at? This is 32 right now, minus... Can I move these in the sideboard? Oh, I can. Okay. I don't really want Run Amok. We're honestly pretty heavy on green. We're at 25 right now. I don't think we're gonna play black, although we maybe could. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Although we're not playing things like that. Yeah, we're not that deep on green. Alright, sorry, Nadamalis. You're good. And I really do want to play Josephite. But I think that we should need to take like Corrosive Ooze, I guess. Oh, it feels so unexciting. No, I'm taking Knight of Malice. Oh, we just have so few picks left. We're gonna get another Hauler, probably. We don't really have a ton for kicker. Oh, I should probably just be good. Alright, Corrosive Ooze. It hurts, though. It really does hurt. Valduk's good, although we have nothing that works with it. Don't like Flame of Keld much, especially if we're as heavy green as we are. We maybe just want like a Gift of Growth in this deck. We already have one Nature Spiral. It's possible this is just scary enough my opponent will try and kill it immediately. This is a 3-2, but it's a 3-2 that's really devastating in some cases. Although Gift of Growth's good with like Halar, good with our Goblin. I just don't think we're gonna get anything for Valduk here, unfortunately. Although I'll be sad if we do. Oh, Valid Omnivore. Oh, the black deck that almost was. Mammoth Spider's good, though. Ooh, another one or Broken Bond? We haven't gotten our first Broken Bond yet, right? Alright, so if we cut that, we're 24 right now. Are these all cards that we're okay playing? Yeah, I'm not in love, actually, with some of the green. Like Pierce the Skies, maybe not a main deck card. Oh, we already had a Gift of Growth. I guess maybe I should have picked otherwise there. Maybe we actually want the Spider. This is really nice to have, though. Yeah, I think having one Broken Bond's important enough. Okay, yeah, we're gonna take Halar here. And I guess Armament, do we want one more? We have 2 Gift of Growth. We'll play those over the Armaments, so let's take a Corrosive Ooze. Another Broken Bond. Alright. And Bloodstone Goblin. And Nature Spiral. Okay, well, I don't think the deck came together absurdly well, but I don't think it was, like, miserable either. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off lands. I understand the auto-suggest is potentially kind of nice, but I don't know. I like just putting on my own. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna splash for the Eviscerate. We want Woodland Cemetery, although I guess I'll put that in a little bit later. Pierce the Sky, Radiating Lightning. We do have some, like, pretty quality sideboard options here. He has 17 twos. Wow, I guess we do have a lot of twos. And this deck seems kind of bad. I don't know, I'm not sure how we could have really drafted it much better, though. Dave is not going to be its best. We had a pretty good pickup in the second pack. Okay, well, we're gonna... I guess we can't move these around like we can on Magic Online. Oh, no, we can. Can we? Oh, there we go. So this is really like a 6-drop, ideally. Adept seems kind of questionable, although A lot of this seems kind of questionable. Don't really want a billion Corrosive Oozes. Yeah, we'll say that's a 5-drop, because realistically it probably is. I'd play one Broken Bond main deck, but I don't really want to play tons. This doesn't have a count, which I'd like to. 13, 19, 22, 27. I guess we're doing okay. So let's cut that. They'll probably both of those. Don't really want an Ooze. Bloodstone Goblin might be good enough with like Gift of Growths. And I think there's actually some chance we'll be a little bit more on the aggressive side. This deck feels awfully uncoordinated though, which I'm not in love with. It's funny because, so I've done 2 of these Magic Arena drafts, and both times I felt like I didn't slot into an archetype very well. I don't know if that's just because we had a little bit of bad luck, or maybe my drafting just wasn't the best. Or I'm tempted to blame their system, because I think that it just kind of takes the best cards out of packs. Admittedly, probably based on color, but yeah, like if someone's in the Saproling deck, they really want something like Saproling Migration, but other decks maybe don't want it quite as much. I don't know though. It's possible we tried to force something that wasn't really open, but we got like a really late Spore Crown Thallid. I don't know. Probably should stop complaining about it though. So we're 24 right now, plus Grow from the Ashes and Llanowar Elves. We do have kind of tough mana requirements. How many creatures are we at? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 non-creatures for fungal plots. We're definitely going to play it. It seems fine. It seems cool. Do we want to cut one for a land? I don't really think we want more Nature Spirals or anything like that. Corrosive Ooze seems pretty unexciting. We could maybe try and splash for Josuvas. It's just crazy. Triple black. I mean, we have Grow from the Ashes. If we get that and we got the Woodland Cemetery, we could maybe kick it. Maybe we'll sideboard in if there's just an absurdly long game. I guess this is maybe it. Maybe we'll cut Fire Fist Adept. I think this card's pretty lackluster. I could see just wanting more lands. Okay. Alright. Well, we're here, even if we're not in love. Let's add some lands. We want, I guess, just the 1 black so we can search for Grow from the Ashes. And more forests than red. We are playing full 17, so I guess that's 15 after that. So like 8, 9 sources. Then we have like 7 red sources. 17 lands, 20, 21, 24, that's 40. Not in love, not abhorred either. Let's jump into match 1. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like both with this draft and the previous one, it just didn't get tons and tons of like star power. Sounds okay. Let's go ahead and keep. Hopefully we find something that Broken Bond hits. There's a lot of artifacts just kind of floating around in this format though. And we do have the Llanowar Elf start, which is nice, even if we're not playing into anything right now. Tragic Poet. Okay, that's probably a good sign for us. I am not overwhelmingly impressed with that card. How good is it playing Saproling Migration a couple turns early? Would my opponent trade here? Oh, huh. Oh man. Right off the back with the swamp play. Oh no. Oh, I'm so bad at this game. Let's swing with Llanowar Elves. Oh, you guys will have to forgive me. Please don't leave the video. I promise that I don't always do things like that. Okay. Beatdown, maybe. Just like us with our Bloodstone Goblin, remember guys? Bloodstone Goblin, that's a thing. I'm so bad. Okay, that's alright, that's alright. I'm sure that this deck won't suffer for lack of damage. Oh. On the plus side, we get to go like super huge with Saproling Migrations and Chroniclers and pumping up Bloodstone Goblins, and the dream is just large. Okay, opponent went and grabbed a Swamp. Okay. So we could Broken Bond, knock that out of the way and get another land into play. And then I guess we could kick this, although we could kick it next turn anyway. I don't know if I care that much about the Surveyor. Do I want to play Sapling Migration now? I think we still just wait. It could be like good tempo, I guess, to play like the Sapling. And then Chronicler back and then again, but I think I just kind of like going super wide here. And I'll take a couple of turns, but we have the creatures for it, so... Do we want to swing this in? I don't even know if we do. I guess we'll just pass. That feels a little bit bad. Opponent chose not to play the Swamp, which is a little bit interesting. Ooh, Baird. Okay, well that ruins the Sapling Migration plan by miles. On the other hand, Hellar is pretty good. Let's see. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, that's true. We actually can't quite Chronicler yet, too, as well. No. This has not been the most fantastic of starts as far as our gameplay, but that's okay. Hellar's gonna get big pretty fast. If they have removal for it, I guess that's alright, but... Okay. So it looks like they're maybe doing some sort of, like, sideways historic deck. I think we're just gonna kick the Migration. With Kicker... Hellar gets a little bit bigger. Do we want to swing with the Bloodstone Goblin? My opponent could, like, block. It's not fantastic. Do we want to swing with Hauler? I feel like Hauler's just going to get huge here. Yeah, maybe I should have blown up the Skirring Surveyor all that time ago. It's definitely causing me problems now. Yeah, I think we're just not going to attack. We have to get rid of Baird at some point. That's our number one opponent, because... Oh, I guess we couldn't even attack. Goodness. Oh, man. You guys, I am sorry. Okay, we can kick the Chronicler, though. That's awesome. So we could swing with Hauler, and then, like, Gift of Growth, make it huge if my opponent blocks awkwardly. What if they have a trick? Is there any burn? Yeah, there's, like, Fight with Fire. I think I'm just gonna play it slow. Okay, let's kick this guy. Deal a couple points to my opponent. And... Still don't think I want to attack. Alright. I kind of want to count of all the things that I've said in, like, the first couple of turns here. Like, count the things I've said that were actually correct versus completely crazy. Okay, this sort of feels like charge to me. Don't really want to lose Hauler for any reason. Charge plus, like, removal spell, I guess, gets us there. I think we can do that fairly safely. And maybe we, like, many block the Mace Unicorn. Alright, let's do something like that. It's possible they have, like, an individual combat trick. This blocking their plays around a lot of things that could be. Okay. Unwilling to use it, whatever it was. Ship and Fire. Oh, I guess that's true. Alright. Rest in peace, Hauler. Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. So, here. We just keep going wide. I kind of like swing, and then if we can Gift of Growth. Baird. Problem is it's just so expensive to get in there. So we have 7 mana. We need to leave up at least 4 for Gift of Growth, so we can swing for 3. And pay like that. Okay, opponent going for it. Hopefully they don't have anything here. Gonna kick that guy. Come on, run over Baird. Nice. Okay. With him out of the way, now we have a pretty powerful late game. Just all the Saplings are gonna... Like, even if we're chump attacking, they're gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, Broken Bond can remove that. It's not the clean 2-for-1 that you really hope for, but it's alright. Do I like Hilden Raider or just like going big? I guess we don't really have anything we want to pitch with the Raider. I think we're gonna Broken Bond plus like Cyclops. Well, We're at 6 mana right now, which is a little bit awkward. Or 7 mana. Maybe we should just Sapperling Migration. In that case, is there going to be a time where we really, really care about Llanowar Elves? I don't think so. Alright, I'm going to swing with everything here. My opponent doesn't have anything in hand, so they just get to, like, chump a Llanowar Elves. Probably, I guess, maybe the Chronicler. And then we're going to play Sapperling Migration and hit for a lot. This has been pretty sweet. We made a lot of Sapperlings off this migration this game. If only we had a Dave. Okay, that makes our attacks considerably worse, unfortunately. Still have 9, though. Like, we're just still gonna get in there, right? They block 3. We go down to 6. They go down to 4. Actually, maybe let's play Keldon Raider and pitch that land. And discard. Here's a Hauler. Yeah, so we swing for 8-9. They block 3. They take 6, go down to 4. Next turn, Keldon Raider swings. They block. Have 2 more blocks. So we've got 5. So they're dead in that case if they don't draw anything. Yeah, I think let's go for it. I'm doing that math right? 9. So they take 6, go down to 4. We have 6 remaining creatures. Plus that, they block 2. That's enough. Okay. That's assuming my opponent doesn't actually draw anything, but... Okay. And do we want a Broken Bond? No, I don't really think we do. I'd like to have this in case my opponent just has some sort of bomb enchantment or something. Okay, they do have the Honor Guard, so we're not just winning. So we've got 4 blockers here, right? So they go block 3, go to 1. But then we're actually not quite getting through. Alright. Guess let's swing with Keldon Raider. Offer the trade. Then we've got Hauler. Plus the Cyclops. Maybe we swung just a little bit too aggressively. My opponent doesn't find anything there, though. It's nice. And this is still a good trade for us. Okay. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Knights, I think. Yeah, I am super in love with that, though. Play Hauler, because the Trample actually may end up being relevant. On the other hand, the Cyclops swings safely. Oh, I guess we just do both. Man, the struggle. The struggle these games. Alright. I think we probably got lethal here. Unless my opponent's got something pretty bombastic. We can remove that, so that's only 2. So Howler will get in for 1, kind of regardless. Fiery Intervention is not bad. I think we're just going for it. Leaving up 2 red. Not sure what their rationale for that is. And I would have to think this is more than enough. So I think we actually played okay, despite the fact that I said, like, 20 incorrect things. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. It turns out that making a bajillion Sapperlings is pretty good. Alright. 1 victory. Let's continue the march. Okay, excellent hand here. We don't have any little Daves to go along with Big Dave, but that's alright. Hauler's good, can eventually grow from the ashes. Yeah, I am happy with this hand. It's just a very like high quality hand too, which is nice. Adventurous Impulse, fine. I don't think I'm unhappy to play that card, but I'm not very excited to either. Okay, Broken Bond, kind of borderline. Okay. Just play the Confessor, you know you want to. Okay, Cabal Evangel. Ooh. Well, Llanowar Elves would have been good previously, but I think for now we're just going to curve out. Well, I don't know. Spore Crown Thallid, what if it runs into removal? We'd much rather the Llanowar Elves to die, I think. Maybe not by a lot, though. We still have like 5 cost spells we want to cast. Yeah, let's just be mana efficient. Yeah, happy to take that. This Thallid does have, not like absurd upside in our deck, but there's, I don't know, 5 other cards that buffs or so. A more adventurous impulsing. Just for a forest. Probably needed a land drop then. Oh, Fungal Plots! Oh ho! My opponent's doing it. Okay. So let's crack back. And we're gonna play our Howler. As this has a not like incredibly small chance of breaking through. We could just Broken Bond the Fungal Plots, but my opponent's not getting any value from it immediately. I'd rather just like pressure. That is the eventual plan. The likes of Pure and Void. One thing I'm a little bit bummed about. Okay, Chronicler's nice. About Arena is, as near as I can tell, there's no good way to see if my opponent's scryed top or bottom. It's left to let me know if I'm just being oblivious on that point, but... okay, so we're gonna play Llanowar Elves. Kinda hope to find a land so we can, like, grow from the ashes, swing with Halar. Guess... yeah. Llanowar Elves plus the Goblin. Look at all these synergies with Dave here. No attacks. My opponent gets in with Confessor. Are we just taking it? Yeah, I think so. So we start out with 3 lands. We've drawn pretty much straight land sense, which is not ideal, but not much for my opponent. So we can't... oh, we can kick Gift of Growth because the Llanowar Elves. We could just Fungal Plots, get rid of it. Although... Gift of Growth with upside seems good. Do we walk ourselves into Vicious Offering? I guess Bloodstone Goblin, we could always just like Gift of Growth Halar. I think, yeah, we're gonna go for that. Swing at those 2. Be fairly obvious we have a trick here. I think this would be a pretty suspect attack if we didn't. We are giving my opponent the opportunity to get some value off Fungal Plots. Maybe that's not correct. Maybe we should just play it slow and try and remove that now. Okay. Yeah, opponent's giving us the chance for the blowout at least. So we could just +2/+2, although I think keeping the Goblin alive is pretty good. We're gonna untap Hauler and try for it. Oh, nice. Alright, yeah, we got there. So we managed to get a sick 2-for-1 out of that, and buffed up Howler, did a bunch of damage. Yeah, that was some risky blocks for our opponent. They're gonna Fungal Plots, they're gonna regrow some creatures here, but I think that's still okay. Next turn we'll probably Broken Bond. You could argue, I don't know, maybe we should Broken Bond earlier and just not let my opponent get any value here. The value isn't huge, although it's something. It's a little bit rough being tight on mana. We have all these wonderful spells we want to play. Ooh, okay, Primordial Worm's big. Well, now they're not getting value from that again. Could just play Hauler and wait. That turns all of our kick spells into fairly sizable, like, damage threats. We will die to the Primordial Worm in not too long. Oh, that's true, he's legendary. Don't do that, don't do that. I guess with that in mind, we're just gonna Broken Bond. Alright. We're in okay spot, because unless my opponent has something fantastic, they actually can't swing with the Primordial Worm. They would have to have another couple of blockers, probably. Or at least one pretty sizable blocker. Opponent debating on whether they want to sack for a creature here, I guess. Or for a card. Okay, they are sacking. I don't think I hate that line. We're not going to swing here. Just going to end the turn. It's also possible we should have used like Grow from the Ashes with the Bond. I don't know. I guess maybe that'll just get in later because we could fire Intervention and 2 for 1 ourselves on the Primordial Worm. I really like the idea of getting a couple of kicker spells though, because if we find one more land we can kick Grow from the Ashes, and then we can kick the Chronicler after that, and then Hauler can trade up with the Worm at that point. Okay, Stronghold Confessor. Yes, okay, cool. So, glad we held the Grow from Ashes. And we are going to kick. Do I want to trade the Bloodstone Goblin off for the Confessor? I think that's okay. I'm not sure it's really going to do better than that. Possible they're thinking about Vicious Offering here in response. Oh, okay. So we're going to grab our Swamp, definitely, and then, I guess, Red Source. And unfortunately we can't finish off the Worm here, but it's okay. Do we swing at the Goblin? I guess it might be nice to be able to double block there. I guess we're not attacking. I think we're losing that race, so it feels like a little bit of a shame to miss out on the Bloodstone Goblin activation, but only do so much. This is a pretty close game. Our opponent's a little bit ahead of us on board. We have, I guess, one more land. Nope, we're even tight on lands and tight on cards. I guess we're a little bit behind, maybe. And can't really block that effectively. We do have good top decks, though. I mean, at this rate, obviously, it'd be pretty fantastic. Something like, can't remember what it's called. Fungal cards. Okay. So, Untamed Kavu's solid. I think we need to just use Fire Intervention here, though, and kill off the Pardic Wanderer. It's kind of expensive. Don't love that. We need to play the Chronicler. That would let us... No, it wouldn't even let us multi-block the Worm at that point. We could play the Kavu for 5, and then play Chronicler. Kavu would multi-block the Worm in not an embarrassing way. I think we just need to take it from the Worm again, unfortunately. And then next turn try and set up. Yeah, I guess it saves us a little bit more damage if we Kavu first. Don't want to use the Chronicler, but I think we need to. This is bad if they have removal, although if they remove, we're probably dead anyway. This saves us a little bit of damage. Maybe it doesn't give us outs to like murder. I'm gonna end fiery. I could see this being wrong. Let's blow up the Wanderer. And we're just gonna pass the turn here. Definitely will double block Stronghold Confessor if it gets in here. Primordial Worm is mostly just big, but big is counting for a lot in these game, or in this game. We're down to 4. Okay, Acolytes. It's another cat. I cannot get over that sound effect. I just can't. Oh, it's a lot of attackers. Okay, well, we get to play Kavu plus another Dave here. That's gonna be the line. See if we can't stay alive. Although we're like chump blocking at this point. It's pretty bad. We're gonna take 3 automatically. We have to double block the Confessor. Yeah, I think we're looking at the loss here. Primordial Worm. Mostly just big, but big counts for a lot. It's possible I could have played that cleaner. We were a little bit slow with our lands. Maybe like we should have broken bonded earlier. That's very possible. And just saved the trick. It seemed so promising. That was just like such a good attack, but we gave my opponent an extra card, extra couple points of life. I guess we really just let my opponent draw an extra card. The problem is here, though, we need to find an answer for Windgrace Acolyte immediately, and even then we're still just kind of throwing stuff in front of the Worm. Alright, opponent considers for a while and swings with everything, which I definitely agree with. Since we can't actually interact with the Worm, this ends up making for some pretty good blocks for my opponent. Okay, block, 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 block. We go down to 1. My opponent has a trick, obviously we die, but trick is the least of our worries, I think, right now. I guess if we do find like Eviscerate off the top, we kill the Acolyte, we can double block, trade for the Worm, and then get back Eviscerate with like the Chronicler? Oh no. Dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't think there's anything we can find here, but I guess we might as well draw. Oh, Steel Leaf Champion. Where were you? Alright, well, 1-1. It's interesting they give us an option for a sideboard now, even though sideboards really don't do anything. Because I really wish, like, we could bring in Pierce this guy against random flyers or the like, but yeah, that's not something that happens in a best of ones, unfortunately. That's okay, though. Still a 1-1. Yeah, let's see if we can't get to at least, like, 4 or 5 here. I don't think the deck is nuts by any means. It's not bad, it's just not fantastic. Ooh. I think I gotta take a mulligan here, unfortunately. The way Arena works, too, is they'll draw you 2 opening hands and it gives you the one with the better land ratio. The first draw, but it actually doesn't do that after mulligans, to my understanding. Okay, Mountain's a good card off the top. So, unfortunately, mulliganing is a little bit more punishing than an Arena, relative, I guess, to keeping a full land hand. Since you're more likely to have good full land hands. Alright, so we're in the awkward spot here of really kind of needing to draw another red source for Keldon Raider, but also needing to find, like, action. Well, the red source. It's better than drawing, like, a green, certainly, which should be pretty much just dead. Punt on the blue-black train here. Started off with a Memorial Genius, obviously pretty solid. I don't think I like playing the Skin Witch there. Okay, the Fungal Plots is nice, because that's actually something that could get us into the game. I guess we want to play the Swamp and pitch the Forest. There is some double green in the deck, including Steel Leaf Champion. But I don't think we're winning by pitching creatures here. Alright. Rest in peace, Forest. Okay, they're just Saproling Migration. Good with Dave, for sure. And Fungal Plots, this has the potential to get us back into the late game. Ooh, opponent missed on land. Oh man, Steel Leaf Champion. How you mock me. Okay, well let's get in with the Keldon Raider. My opponent has something like Vicious Offering. We do get eaten by it, but again, we're not. I don't think we're winning by holding back our creatures. Okay, nice. Play a Rampaging Cyclops. Not fantastic on the board right now because they have a couple of 1/3s, but if we get a couple, if we get like a Gift of Growth or a trick somewhere down the line, it's not so bad. Blink of an Eye. Interesting. So I may replay and pitch Steel Leaf Champion. Champion's gonna be good, but we're a long ways away from playing it. Yeah. Guess we could just pitch Mountain. But I kind of want to get up for Saproling Migration too. Yeah, let's just get rid of the Migration. Do we want to swing with the Cyclops? It's possible my opponent wouldn't block. It's so bad if they have a trick. Sure. I don't think they're really likely to get much in here. Okay. No real benefit. Let's play the Raider. Yeah, I think we're going to pitch the Champion and try and turn him into a Saproling a little bit later. Ooh, Untamed Kavu's good. Especially on this board. It's just a really big body. Opponent looks like they're still unable to find lands, which, bad for them, good for us. Just got a triple block here. I'm okay with that. I guess the Skin Witch does the least stuff. Alright, my opponent is going to be, I think, unhappy with our follow-up here. Kavu is pretty good. For one opponent is just stuck on lands. 5/5 is gonna be, I think, tough. Okay, they could have an Eviscerate here now. Ooh, Chainers. Okay, this is actually the first time I've seen this card played. We're gonna hit my opponent for a lot, so I'm not sure it's actually gonna be huge. Oh, okay. Yeah, opponent has had enough. Alright. Well, we had maybe a little bit of a bad draw last game. My opponent had a little bit of a bad draw this game, although I think worse than we had to deal with. Yeah, cool, 2-1. See you guys for match 4. Alright. Back again. Pretty good hand, a little bit land light. Although we have a bunch of kicker spells that kind of do double duty. I mean, they can be 2-drops, even if we're not excited about them as 2-drops. Like, we'd really rather have the Kavu on turn 5, and we'd rather have the Migration. Ooh, Llanowar Elves, good. Okay, well... do we just play Fungal Plots here? And trust that Hauler's big enough to interact maybe next turn? It's possible we're just going to miss on land drops going forward, in which case we're not going to be able to play like Kavu on time anyway, though. But I think the upside if my opponent doesn't have a ton of pressure is pretty high. No Steel Leaf Champion? Don't do it. We haven't gotten to do it, so it's not fair if my opponent gets to do it. Okay, Sparring Construct, much less terrifying. Okay, well... Alright, well my opponent has emptied their hand here. I was gonna say the second Llanowar Elves is less scary than the first. It's a lot of Sparring Constructs. Okay, well we found a land, which is fantastic. We really just were hoping to draw lands over the first couple of turns, and we have, so... Mono green Sparring Construct? Llanowar Elf beatdown? Or is my opponent stuck on lands? Alright, alright. Llanowar Elf kicking for growth from the ashes. I can respect that. Unwilling to attack, even. Alright. We're just gonna kick the... Oh, I guess we're actually a land away still, aren't we? I think we just pass? It's a little bit awkward. If we find a land, it just gets become so good, though. Yeah, I think we're just passing. I don't think my opponent's putting a whole heap of pressure on us. They gotta be mono green here. Just kind of absurd in its own right. Oh, maybe they're playing like a super go wide deck? Maybe we're just gonna get like blown out by like Song of Freyalise or something? It's a lot of stuff over there. Still no attacks. Okay, well, kind of land. I was thinking if we didn't, we'd probably need to play the Sapling Migration just to try and stem the bleeding a little bit. This is nice because it has Vigilance, so we can't start getting in there. In addition to being a reasonable blocker. I guess Fungal Plots will buy us a fair amount of time if my opponent removes things, but... kind of terrified. I went from, like, kind of chuckling at what my opponent was doing to being really, really scared they're gonna have, like, the overrun effect or something, because they've got so many tokens. Oh no, I'm so scared. Okay. Migration's good. Migration is good. Are we to the point where we want to swing with Hauler? No, I think let's wait for the Gift of Growth, although I will get into there with the Kavu, I think. It's a little bit awkward because I get to just reassign counters with the Sparring Constructs, but I think that's okay all the same. Again, if their game is to go wide, getting rid of a couple of random creatures is powerful. I'm just taking it. We could consider Gift of Growthing there too, and just getting a big blowout if they had like hugely massively multi-blocked. It's... I don't think I've ever been so afraid of a deck that's on turn 6 only played one creature with 2 toughness though. Because this is still horrifying. Like Song of Freyalise or the Give Everything +1 or +2/+2 counters, I guess at this point. Just ends the game. Good night. So many Saffrolings. Just so many Saffrolings, guys. It's like a bajillion. Alright, well, still not attacking. I think we're going to swing with both these guys now with Gift of Growth back up. My opponent can't just take this forever. I think if I'm my opponent, you just go like crazy with the blocking here. Oh, okay, man, they are making sure Halar is dead. So how much did they actually block with? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means Gift of Growth is going to be just enough to like completely destroy them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wow, this blowout is going to be so huge. I don't think they can have anything, but I guess on the off chance they do, we should move the Sparring Constructs to the very back. Oh man. Oh, this feels dirty. It feels so dirty. It's gonna be a 10-10. We're just gonna like, oh man, so many tokens. Sure, he's gonna make some 2/2s, but never seen so far. Alright. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they made it a 3/3. Nothing. And that's it. So far we have not gotten to do anything sweet with fungal plots, for which I am very unhappy. I guess we could turn saplings into cards. Oh, alright, fine. You got me, you got me. So, now we'll be able to make at least 1/1/1. Okay, resolve. Sure, let's do it. Response. You want to draw a card? I guess the saplings don't swing super impressively well. On the other hand, we just have lethal if we don't, right? Because we can fiery and then swing for 5, and then however they block, it's over. Well, I guess it's over either way then. Alright. Yeah, I think that, like, these draft decks have just felt less good than they do on Magic Online. So I don't know if that's just an artifact of us being a little bit lucky against who we're playing with, or maybe it is that my suspicion is right, and that the AI is just kind of taking high-quality cards, not necessarily, like, synergistic cards. In which case, that just kind of makes everyone's deck a little bit worse. Because I don't think this deck is very... I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's great. I'm gonna keep this. We have all our colors of mana and our splash card. We're a little bit slow, but I think that's okay. Not even 100% sure we'd play the Krosan Druid on time. Will depend on what my opponent's doing. Okay, yep, we're playing the Krosan Druid on time. Alright, well, we actually have a 2-drop here, which is a good draw. So we get to go up the curve now. I think Bloodstone Goblin into Krosan Druid into Rampaging Cyclops has to be one of the worst curves you can have in this set, but it's still a curve. Do we want to trade with this? That kind of resigns our Krosan Druid to trading as well. Am I that unhappy with that? No, the life seems relevant too. Because the Krosan Druid's nice that it blanks there, and then the Goblin, I guess, can block the Nabnu Benalia. Maybe we should just wait. They have a trick that makes things worse. Yeah, my opponent's going on the beatdown. I'll bet they're playing some combat tricks. I'll just trade the Druid away. I'm not that unhappy about that line. Okay. Fortunately, do not get to kick it. Just a little 2/3. Okay, I was kind of actually hoping for dub, because Eviscerate's going to get to do some good work here. I really wish Broken Bond was instant speed. Like, this is quite a bit worse than the Break the Divine, whatever that card is. Okay. Not too much. Ooh, Sapling Migration was good. We're only one land away from really kind of getting there on that. So we could swing here. My opponent would block with the Sparring Construct, give to the Rat Colony probably. Which I guess makes our Sapling Migrations a little bit worse. I think we're just gonna sit on our hands. Yeah, it just feels like everyone's like kind of light on playables. Like, who likes Sparring Construct? Basically nobody, right? Alright. I guess we'll swing with the Cyclops. Probably not going to play anything here, unfortunately, but it's alright. Guess we could maybe swing with the Druid, too. I like having this on defense, but it just takes it. Alright. Yeah, we'll just pass. Wonder if we're waiting on a land here. Nope. Oh, Steel Leaf Champion. I wonder if we should be playing like one more Forest. This is a fine card late in the game, and the upside when you do get to play it early is very, very high, but it's fine later too. But I do want to be able to play it. Alright, get him, Cyclops. Still not going to play anything, I don't think. I want to save the Fire Intervention for something dangerous. Hopefully it will answer whatever it needs to. Like a dub. I wonder if we just Broken Bond that. Now we're just going to take this. Ooh, so another land. Could just swing with both. We could swing with both. My opponent probably would block the Construct, put it on there. We could Fire Intervention. If they have another Bond, that's kind of bad. But otherwise, we set up, I guess not quite for lethal next turn. Other line is we could play like Sapling Migration, just go really wide and chump block the Rat for a turn. I think no matter how we cut it, we're starting off with some attacks here. Yep, all according to plan. And I don't think there's anything that really blows us out for just playing a whole ton of Saplings and then using the Fiery Intervention to kill that off for a blocker next turn. I think this is the best line. This card has been very impressive to me. It kind of looks innocuous, but I don't know. It does good work when you need it to be defensive, and it's a good later game too. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna go for it. I guess we could Broken Bond and still be pretty okay. We're swinging for 10, so I guess if we don't kill it, we don't necessarily have lethal. Maybe we just go for lethal. The advantage of Broken Bond means we could play like Untamed Kavu. Yeah, that doesn't seem absurd. Alright. Rest in peace, Rat. If my opponent had a trick, that'd be pretty sweet. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Not fantastic. Oh, I am so sorry. That is literally the worst feeling. When you accidentally, like, target your own creature with something like that. I'm going to assume my opponent's going for the Rampaging Cyclops, and we just aren't going to swing with that. But that's tough. There's no way for me to tell my opponent that I'll just act like this is dead, but hopefully they get the gist here. That is one perk of playing in... Okay, yeah, I take 4. We haven't won yet. That is one perk of playing on Magic Online, is there's that text interface. Okay, alright. Alright. Opponent conceded. I would have given them an extra turn. They didn't need to on board, but yeah, that Vicious Offering was tough. I mean, yeah, that's tough. I think we've all done that on occasion, but still doesn't make it feel any better. On the other hand, we're marching up here. Still think the deck is just kind of okay, but we've drawn fairly well. I'm gonna keep this. Don't love it, but we're gonna keep it. I wonder if I should just be playing one more Forest for Steel Leaf Champion. Nice finding our splash card there. Oh, okay. When my opponent tapped there, I was like, man, they have a counterspell? No, just opt. Just opt. I've been playing actually a lot of Constructed in Arena to try and set up for drafts since they're not cheap. Ugh, Steel Leaf Champion. So far away. Do we play into the Druid? I think that actually we may need the tempo against this opponent, since blue-red spells tends to be aggressive. 10 life can be powerful, but getting up to 8 mana is no small feat. I think we're just gonna play it. It's just kind of a mediocre, sort of lackluster card. Well, now we really want to find Forest. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think I was betting on this a little bit too, or coming down a little bit too late and being a little bit too happy with that. Okay, we're gonna swing with everything. I don't imagine my opponent will block. Ooh, they did. Oh, alright. Yeah, we'll kick this. I guess I don't gain any benefit, actually, do I? It just makes it big, but it doesn't have trample or anything. So, I guess I should keep some mana up and keep my opponent guessing, even though we don't have anything. Problem with this early play here, though, is we're out of gas, and my opponent's got Barracks. Kind of funny that it attacked my opponent, but... yeah, no attackers. At least it's just a 4/4 flying for 4. Just. Ooh, that's a good card. Oh, and Adelise. Alright. Well, opponent is going for the race. Well, that's actually a fairly good draw. Now let's go to combat. Oh, yeah, I should have kicked first. Ooh. Alright, hopefully 1 point of damage doesn't cost us. I was originally going to play the Chronicler, but then I was like, oh, maybe they have mana up. I don't know. But yeah, that was... Played that a little bit too fast. That 1 point of damage might end up being relevant. Did get a clean little 2-for-1 with Gift of Growth and the kicked Chronicler, though. Ooh, Barracks. Ooh. Oh man, we're just like super dead now, right? Take 7. If they have any spell, we lose next game. Well, I'm not sure that Steel Leaf Champion actually would have saved us here. Yeah, they need literally any spell. Or a haste creature. They gotta have something here. We can't have anything, so. Yeah, Annalise is pretty good. So is Varix. I guess they literally don't have removal? Okay, well. I don't think it's gonna matter. We're gonna give that a big nope. Gift of Growth, swing for 7. Yeah, poop. Alright, continue. Alright, so we were struck down our prime just a little bit. That was a pretty good game for my opponent. 4-2, we could still get up to like the coveted 5, 6, go all the way, maybe. I'm actually going to change my draft deck a little bit. I think I am going to put in one more Forest. We're heavier on green than red, and even though it'll make it like harder to play Keldon Raider, the upside of being able to play Steel Leaf Champion is... it counts for something. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This hand's kind of bad. Don't think it's bad enough we mulligan, though. Yeah. We have 2/2-drops if we need them. Ugh. I think this deck to win needs to kind of curve out. My opponent did a mulligan. Maybe they're smarter than we are. Try off with our Forest. And Memorial to Unity. Oh, well, we have the dream of the Steel Leaf Champion on time. Do we play Kavu or Saprolings? I think we're more likely to get to 5 mana. I think the odds that we don't find mana means I do just need to play out spells here. Alright, Migrations. Alright, come on, Steel Leaf Champion. We draw like one forest. That's all we need. That's all we need, guys. Okay, Saplings match up fairly well. Oh, baby, we're gonna do it! I guess we just swing with both. I am so happy I changed my mana base. I'm sure that's the only reason it worked this time. Probably didn't hurt. Ooh, yeah, that turn 3 Steel Leaf Champion. It still looks like we're playing green-black to my opponent. Not that that's great for us or anything. Oh yeah, Skittering Surveyor. That does nothing. I guess it stops our Saplings from getting in. It's a good card. And my opponent's playing black, so like, one Eviscerate or something is going to ruin our day, but... Ooh, red. Okay, okay, okay. I am living the dream here, guys. Steel Leaf Champion. It's always possible my opponent just doesn't have it, too. But if they do have Eviscerate, it's gonna bite the dust. I guess Howler still gets to get in then. If we draw land, we can still Kavu. Yeah, okay. This card's pretty good on turn 3. Turns out 5/4s are pretty big. Ooh, Torgar. Okay, well. We got a little bit of value there, just because my opponent traded kind of a card and a half, I guess. Yeah, don't have any good attacks, certainly. We took 10. We're gonna have to try and trade with Torgar. Yeah, that was good for my opponent. That was good for my opponent. It turned us from a position that I was pretty happy with to a position that's... not good. Not terrible, not good. We also have Memorial of Unity to help recoup some card loss. Yargle, Yargle, Yargle. Oh man, they should have had a special Yargle sound. Do we hold or do we play Grow from Ashes? I think we're still in hold mode. We could play it and then play like Bloodstone Goblin. Next turn we play Kavu. Both of these guys potentially get in. That pumps and hits. I don't think my opponent can go all in. What happens if they swing this next turn? So say they have like, they had removal, they'd probably use it. Swing, we go like block, block, block. It's not that bad. It's not great, it's not that bad. I think we're gonna keep trying to Mize. Yeah. The opponent does have something, we're not just dead. We're just not looking great. Ooh, Skin Witch. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna pitch Grow from the Ashes and the Spider. We already have our Eviscerate. On-team Kabu's just gonna be a little bit better, I think. Skin Witch was strong there, though. Okay, well, we did find the Kabu. Definitely kicking. Do we swing with the goblins? That means we're trading one goblin away from our Skin Witch. Kind of mediocre. We're probably in for 3. My opponent, I would think, would block like that. In for 3, trade for a Skin Witch. You know, I really don't think I do it. I think we're just like looking for Gift of Growth here. I don't think my opponent's got enormously good attacks here either. Alright. Sapling Migration makes our attacks a lot worse though, too. Here we sit. Attacks. We both have some pretty impressive boards. I'm a little bit worried my opponent may just be a little bit balmier than we are. Like, ew. Oh man, that's rough. So we could swing here and trade for Torgar. I think we actually maybe just need to get rid of the Soothsayer. My opponent's gonna get to draw a card out of it. But they get to draw so many cards. Okay, let's suppose we swing with like these two. My opponent goes like block, block, Fiery Intervention. They get like pretty good deal, and then they're just gonna start drawing tons of cards. We swing for 5. Swing with all these guys. How's my opponent block? I think we're just gonna kill the Soothsayer. I don't know, that's the slow line. I still feel like Gift of Growth, it just is so good for us if we get there. But yeah, they do get a sack in response. They get a 2-for-1 us. I don't think we can actually win if we're just going aggressively. They could always just like chump block with Saprolings too. Well, no, I guess 2 of them have... Yeah, 2 of them have Trample. They could still do that. They'll like chump block Steel Leaf Champion, then swing with their huge threats. And then we're just in a pretty bad spot. Because Torgar domed us for 10 when it came in. Man, I was so high on the turn 1 Steel Leaf Champion, guys. And I think we were actually doing pretty well still. But the Skin Witch was pretty brutal. Yeah, we'll double block. Seems fine. My opponent's got a trick. I guess they've got a trick. Seems like kind of an interesting attack. Unless they are trying to get back 2 creatures. Maybe they've got the... No? I don't know. Oh, fungal plots. Hey, fungal plots. That is kind of amusing. Fungal plot fight. Oh, why'd we use both forests? Oh man. Alright, well, Arena was not our friend there, but that's okay. Still no good attacks. I imagine my opponent's gonna get rid of something out of the graveyard, make another Saproling. This is gonna be a grindy game. Yeah, resolves. Yeah, I'm still ending my turn. Yeah, it probably won't matter. I am a little bit salty the fungal plots didn't register the way I would have liked. Wonder why it thought we want 3 mountains. Unknown to me. That's okay. I guess rest in peace, Goblin. Do we just double block? Trade like the Steel Leaf Champion away? Steel Leaf Champion has the merit that actually is hard to block. We could trade both of those. Maybe trade away the Kavu. Kavu's not bad either. I think Hauler's still worth fighting for though. It's possible they have instant speed removal, but that doesn't really get us that bad. I don't really like that attack from my opponent. It gives us more fodder for fungal plots. It lets us start getting in for damage, I think, is the biggest issue. Okay. I guess we probably just get rid of Saproling. Bloodstone Golem still blocks Saprolings well, so even though we could potentially bring that back, it's just not that important. Okay. So this can't be blocked by little creatures. Yeah, let's get in there. I wonder if my opponent missed the rider on Steel Leaf Champion. Because they kind of threw away all of their good blocks. I guess my opponent's going to get back like Torgar and maybe gain some life. And the Eldest Reborn. They don't want anything on our side, I don't think. If we find like Gift of Growth, though, again, my opponent just dies before they get to do that. Yeah, it's fine. What'd they sack? I can't even remember. Okay, so this next turn, we have the potential to make 2 creatures. Yeah, don't have any cards to discard. Like, I feel like my opponent just gave us more of an out than they needed to. Even with Torgar coming back. Okay. Doing some digging with Memorial. That is one disadvantage of fungal plots, especially in what's supposed to be kind of a fast-paced arena match. It does mean we have to click resolve every time we want to. Primordial Worm. Alright, that's big. Scary. Ooh, Song of Frailes. That's a good card. So now they just get to play the Primordial Worm. And we're back in not a great spot again. If you find a kicker spell, though, like or Eviscerate, still get to kind of get him. Doesn't look like they're gonna attack. We are gonna use our fungal plots aggressively here. Yep. And again. And my turn. Alright, that doesn't do anything. Do we pitch these guys now, or do we need them? I guess, do we need to try and win this turn? So block, swing, 3-4. If we do find Eviscerate, life's not bad. Song of Freyalise, I guess we have one more turn till it destroys us. Kind of think we have to go for it. Like, we can chump next turn, but then they're gonna have Torgar back and they've just gained some life. I think we have to go for it. I think it's a slow loss otherwise. This is giving us outs. And I guess let's make sure we keep up the appropriate colors here this time. So I let us put Sapling Migration into play. And we're gonna kick it. That does 2 damage to my opponent. Only we had like a Gift of Growth in there. That's what we've been wanting all game. Migration, I think it's just best. And is there a good attack here? We swing at the Bloodstone Goblin. We trade for the Witch. We swing with any of these. Let's see. My opponent's at 2. They block like there, block like there, block like there. We get them to trade off all of those. It's just not good enough though, right? That's opponent's at 2 in effect. Yeah, they just go like block, block, block. We're so close, but I think we're losing out here. So they get to get their value off the Torgar with Song of Freyalise incoming afterwards. Ugh. You guys have to let me know. It's possible I missed something. This game we're very close to lethal here. So, but the song I think is just gonna hurt a lot. We'll get to block a whole bunch of things with Sapling Migration and draw some extra cards. Could still get there. My opponent can't necessarily go all out aggressive. I don't think they have a great attack with Primordial Worm, actually. Dark Bargain's good, too. Just any card that gives them a little bit of an edge here. Ooh, that's big. And I've never seen my opponent's creatures stacked like that. It's kind of scary. Okay. So we're gonna kick this, and that'll deal 3 damage to my opponent. Let's see, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swings. Next turn, the counters are all gonna stay. So I mean, we could trade this away for something, but the upside if we find a trigger is so high too. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end the turn here. Okay. Oh no! Oh, we're just dead then, right? Opponent's got 8 of these guys. We take like 1 billion. Yeah, I mean, they should make all the extra saplings they can. Yeah, I think we got pretty well wrecked here. We'll go to combat and see if I actually can block and stay alive. I don't think I can though. Okay, release. Yep. Oh, they're all so big. No. Oh dear. Let's see. Does my opponent like genuinely have lethal? I'm not even sure they do. They are blocking. We're swinging with like everything. Okay. So we go like block, 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 block. Oh, it's gonna be hard to see. Block. luck. That's another 4 saplings. We only take 8. That's even leaving the Bloodstone Goblin alive. Don't think they got any tricks. It's still gonna take a miracle. The fact that their vigilance is just such a free roll. Sacrifice 2 saplings, yes. That one and that one. We are burning through our time a little bit here. Okay, this rate's not bad. Sap Herd's not bad either. Oh wait. Oh, does it give trample? Oh yeah, we're super dead. Oh man. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll be the first to say, I think we actually didn't get punished too much during play, but I missed so many different things there. Let's claim our prizes. No bonus booster, unfortunately, just the one. I guess we'll open it up for posterity here. Well, I mean, it wasn't a disaster. 4 and 3, I think, is actually what we went with our last draft league, too. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm not sure I played particularly well. But let's open up our packs. Give you guys just a little bit fun to see right here at the end. Ooh, Traxxas is pretty sweet. Sounds very metallic. And I also like uncommon wildcards. I can never have too many uncommon wildcards. And Torgar, our nemesis. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, sorry that maybe the play wasn't quite as on point as it should be, but I don't know. I've been playing too much Construct lately, I guess. Been playing too much Constructed, not reading the cards as well as I should. In any case, thanks everyone so much for watching. I hope this was enjoyable to watch, and I'll be actually back on Tuesday with another Magic Online League. I think I am going to keep kind of swapping back and forth between doing sort of a draft on Magic Arena and draft on Magic Online. I think that the visual appeal is obviously quite a bit better in Arena, but I do think the gameplay is still a little bit better. The drafting just seems better on Magic Online. Maybe it's just anecdotal at this point, but in any case, thanks for watching. I will see you guys, I guess, tomorrow when I post this. I'm looking forward to it.